Hello, everybody. I am the Dungeon Guru, and we are playing Kingdom Death Monster. Now, we begin tonight on the outset of the hunt of a new quarry for us in this campaign. We have graduated beyond the White Lion, and we are now hunting the ever sometimes peaceful antelope. I'm really excited for this, actually. I love the White Lion hunt. I think it's a lot of fun, but changing it up and getting to experience something else is going to be really great. I think a lot of the lessons that you learn during the White Lion are specifically subverted in the antelope fight. So it's fun. If this is your first time seeing it, I am glad that you're here taking a look at it with me. But without further ado, let's get ready. Um, we did take a look at our survivors last time, so I'm not going to spend much time on it. Just a really quick TLDR if you need a refresher, is that Magni is going to be our drip damage, primarily using the bow. Kael'thas is largely going to be using the cat eye circlet, as well as providing some, ancillary function from the darts. Probably also going to be doing encouraging, dashing, whatnot. Maev is mostly going to be our tank, utilizing the rawhide set to hopefully recover as much survival as possible or needed. And lastly, Elune here is going to be hopefully carrying our damage. We'll be using the White Lion set, which does provide a very nice benefit if you're using Katars, which we will be. We're going to pair the Katars up. Everybody says not to do this, so maybe I'll find out why this fight. But if you happen to see my most recent video, I talked a lot about like automations, and this is something that I had been wanting to change and start doing, and I also wanted to get a video out there to help other people to start using them. So it feels a little disingenuous to put a video out and not use it myself. So we are going to use the hunt automations here for the antelope, and I am confident that this is going to work. Okay, we have done it. It did work. Okay. And this is great. We're hunting the level 1 antelope. These are our survivors. And we can get right underway. That was pretty nice, actually. I did have to move this down slightly. It was too high when I was initiating the automation previously. It was kind of running into a small error. So all we need to do is decide who's going to take that first step into our quarry hunt. And I I think I'm gonna do Magni. So let's see what we've gotten ourselves into. Grazing field. Acanthus leaves sprout from the crevices in the stone ground. The survivors spend time gathering and eating the small leaves. Each survivor may heal one hit location of their choice, restoring all injury levels and armor points. If any survivor has a sickle, they gain one fresh Acanthus strange resource, and we will be rolling on the random hunt event table, which I didn't even say it this time because I knew I was like, what I always say, I'm always like, I feel like the quarry hunt events are always less dangerous, but I always seem to end up rolling on the hunt event table for them anyway. But that's fine. So let's see what we can get ourselves into. What kind of trouble is afoot? And that is going to be event number 6. This is your first time. This is the hint I always give. Directly after the injuries are the hunt events. So, the faceless statue. The survivors come upon a faceless statue holding a shining lantern. Basking in the warm light, the survivors are renewed. Each survivor gains 1 survival. If the settlement has sculpture, which I don't believe we do, not a chance. Each survivor deeply appreciates the artist's subtle craftsmanship. Each survivor rolls 1d10, gain that many survival and +1 understanding. Wow. Survivors may rest here longer. If they do, each survivor heals all injury levels and all armor points. They lose track of their quarry, move it one space away. Survivors heal 5 or more. They gain 1. Okay. Alrighty. Well, I think only one person can actually benefit from the survival. So we'll do that. Great. Well, I would have preferred to get all of the things that could heal us after we had taken some damage, but I suppose all you can really ask for is to not be dead. So that's perfectly fine too. Let's see. What's going on here? Okay. And let's put these back. I don't need them anymore. Just gonna do that quickly. Oh, all 3 stacks. Thank you. Alrighty. With that done, let us select perhaps. Oh, I didn't actually generate my armor. Let's do that. That's going to be 4, and then I think it's 3 everywhere else. Because I get 2 plus the 1 for the set, and then I have the headdress, which makes me 4. This is just going to be 2 everywhere. 2, alrighty. And Kael'thas is going to be 2 everywhere. Boop, 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 boop. Okay. And you're 1 or 3, 1, 1. Okay. 3, oh, I did that one. Okay. Excellent. Okay, let's go with Illusion to the random hunt event and see what kind of trouble we can get into here. That is going to be 80. Okay, and the Lovelorn Rock. The survivors pass a ring of stones with an unassuming boulder at the center. Each survivor rolls 1d10. The lowest scoring survivor becomes a straggler. Okay, let's see. All right, I'm gonna get 4 dice, and we're gonna do it in order from left to right, kind of how we usually do when we have this situation. So, oh, all right. Well, thank God that we didn't have 3 stragglers. That would have been awful. Okay, so Elune is the straggler. She's very enraptured by this lovelorn rock. The straggler hefts the boulder, it's heavy, and promises to carry it everywhere, forever in love. They must always leave one space on their gear grid empty as it contains their beloved rock. Record this on your survivor sheet. The rock can be lost or archived like other gear. If it is lost, the survivor mourns their beloved and reclaims the space. Well, Elune, you're gonna put down the acanthus for the rock? Who am I to judge? Love works in mysterious ways. This is a reason why I like to leave, you might have noticed I kind of tried to leave one spot open. Things like this can happen, and often having your gear grid completely full is actually quite bad. So while I am saddened at the loss of the acanthus, I am overjoyed by the addition of the rock. All right. Let's see. We'll take Kael'thas into the next event. And we have Teething. The survivors find a trail of large, rotting teeth littering the ground. Each survivor may scavenge, roll 1d10 on the table. And we definitely do this. This is like free resources. Okay, left or right again. So Maev takes a damage to the arms, and we get nothing. Okay. Maev takes a damage to the arms. There we are. And that will lead us to beginning the engagement with Maev now, after scraping up her arms a little bit, trying to pick up some gross teeth. Okay, well, we can just probably get right on into it. I think that was quite speedy. Put these on. Okay. And we will again be utilizing the automation to set up a showdown with a level 1 antelope. Okay. Oh, we got the tree again. Alright, interesting. Probably don't really, I'm not in love with the tree, if we're gonna be honest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so it could go here. Oh, I want this very close to me, actually. Okay, so let's think about this. Magni. Loon is the damage. So we do need to talk about the antelope a little bit. I want to make sure that we kind of cover generally how it's going to work. It has one trait that starts in play, and that is when the monster collides with the survivor, they suffer damage equal to the monster's level to a random hit location. So not only does it, knock you back and knock you down, it's it's also going to, just passively deal more damage to us. And the antelope itself is going to have 10 health at level 1. It's going to have a movement of 6 and a toughness of 8. So it's along the same like mechanical uh stat lines as the lion, but its expression is a lot different. The instinct, which it may be doing a lot actually, is graze, and the monster will full move towards the closest acanthus plant actually and end its movement. If the monster is on or adjacent to that acanthus plant, archive the terrain and heal 1 wound. If there are no acanthus plants on the board, instead full move in a forward in a straight line. And that does come up actually probably more than you would think. Basic action is to actually pick the closest knockdown survivor, and then if it has no knockdown survivors, it will do the graze, which will eat the acanthus. And lastly, it has 2 speed, 2 accuracy, 1 damage, so a lot like the lion. And okay, we need to redistribute this acanthus because it can't start really close to each other actually. We could probably put one over here. This probably needs to come down over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. 4, 5, 6. Yep. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So yeah, the antelope has a tendency to be a um the antelope has a tendency to be a pretty mobile fight, but we're gonna stick to our plan. Again, the plan is filter the hit location deck with Kael'thas, uh, stand in front of the monster with Maev, absolutely blend the monster up with the loon and our pet rock, which is very important, and kind of do drip damage with Magni. So let's just pull this out really quick. And screaming antelope. Bug patch. Let's just start there. Okay. We can start on either short board edge. Okay. Well. Okay. I think we're pretty much ready to go. And I believe that the antelope does start. So let's see. Let's make sure it has 10 health. And it does. And that's what it's supposed to have, right? Oops. Yep. Okay. Let's start. Run down. Full move the monster. Full move in the direction the monster is facing, and turn to face the closest target. Okay. Well, I think it was actually facing this way, and I'm gonna leave it that way. So it's gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Okay. Pick target. Closest knockdown survivor in range 12. All right. No knockdown survivors. Closest survivor in range 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, that will get there. Okay, 10. Okay. Move twice and attack target. If the target is knocked down, this attack gains +3 speed. Okay. So it's going to zoom all the way to here. And it's going to perform this on Kael'thas. And that is going to be 1 at speed to, 1 speed at 2 accuracy. Okay, it hits. And it's going to deal to the head. And this is Kael'thas. Alright, I'll take 1 damage for right now. Alright, and now it's our turn. 3, 4, 5. Okay. So I can wait, oh no, that's Illusion. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can't get there with the loon. Okay, so Kael'thas needs to move away from here. So I think I'm going to come here. I'm going to attempt to get this Acanthus. I'm going to try and get the Acanthus kind of generally off the board first. Otherwise, it can just kind of run around eating it. So let's grab our Acanthus plant. And we're going to roll 1d10 because I don't have the sickle. And we get an 8. And that will be a fresh Acanthus. That's really great. Wonderful news. And our strange resources are here. And our fresh Acanthus is here. And now Kael'thas has a fresh Acanthus to replace the one that Elune just left for the rock. All right. And we will archive this. Okay. So this is Maev, right? Yeah, that's Maev. Okay, so she's our tank. She's gonna go last. Magni's here. Magni is going to rummage through the survivor corpse. A 9. +3 insanity, 1 skull, basic resource, and archive the train. Perfect. I love that for me. Archive it. +3 insanity. You're getting a little up there, bud. We might need to talk. We might need to have a little talk. Need you to stop being so crazy. But let's grab the skull. This is great. Magni? As long as you don't start talking to the skull, we'll be fine. I'm going to move Magni over to here. Elune is going to just go to here. And now Maev is going to attempt to pick the Acanthus. 2, that's not as good. That's going to be something bites me. And I suffer 1 damage to the arm. Rude. But we do archive this terrain, so that's fine. And I will move directly in front of the monster. And now it's the monster's turn. So we will draw the next card. And it's back kick. Pick target in blind spot in range. Nobody in the blind spot. Closest threat in range, that's going to be Maev. So turn the monster so that the target is in the blind spot. Okay. And it's 1 speed, 3 accuracy, 3 damage though. This is cooking. So at 3 accuracy against Maev, who has 2 evasion passive. So it's going to go to 5. 4. Perfect. So that's one of the really cool things I love about the antelope If you'll indulge me for a second, from a game design perspective, this is kind of one of the repeated themes, and one of the reasons why I said that the antelope kind of has um it like jukes you, like coming off of the lion. The lion teaches you certain patterns of how to deal with the monster, hitting from the blind spot. And the antelope is such a it just turns those lessons that you thought that you learned on its head. And it's so good. It takes everything that you think that you know about how the monster works and how you approach it and how you deal with it, and it says, no, 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 no. This monster doesn't really function like that. It's a little different. And it subverts all of those expectations that you have about what's going to happen. And it is just so well done, so well executed, and I really enjoy it. So, there we have that. The monster is done, and so it will be our turn. And so, can I get into combat with the loon? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Not without dashing. And let me just confirm that I have dash. I do have dash. Okay, I need to mark these on my thing. So I have encourage, dodge, and dash. Encourage, dash. We don't yet have surge. What? Surge? Why do you got surge there? What happened? Loon? Did something specifically happen to a loon that gave her surge? I kind of have a vague memory of that. Um, um, I'll worry about that later. I don't think I'm going to be surging. I thought I had a vague memory. Okay, so I think I'm going to, um, let's start with Kael'thas. And I'm going to use the cat eye circlet to look at the top 3 hit locations. So this is something that we haven't done before, but the cat eye circlet is very good, and as an action you can reveal the next 3 monster hit locations and put them back in any order. Okay, so we have a lot going on here, so we're going to go through it one by one, since a lot of these will be new, and this is a totally new card that we haven't seen before, but this has first strike, which means you must select this first as your hit location. If this comes up, you have to do it. Okay. Cancel all hits and end their attack. Otherwise, the attacker suffers 1 brain damage. So yep, this is like so devastating. So we're gonna want to fish that out because Elune is insane. Um, so we will put these other 2 back on top, and Restless Eye will go on last. And we're gonna see if we can't fish that out with Magni, who's definitely insane. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so Magni's a little too far away also. I guess I could try and fish it out with Maev. Uh, Kael'thas. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm gonna move him back. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, just a little shy there. Oh yeah, Kael'thas has the darts. Yeah, okay, that's fine. All right. Then let's take Magni and we're going to bring him down a little closer. We're going to bring Elune down a little closer. A little closer, not too close. Not that close. um, and I think I'm going to just take Maev here. And I'm going to swing. So I'm going to be swinging 2 speed on 7s to hit. That is 2 hits, actually. Alright, and Maev is indeed insane, so I do have to do this one first, and it'll cancel all remaining hits. Okay. All right. So random survivor in range. These three are in range. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Kael'thas is not in range. So we're going to do it kind of this way, right? Left to right. Highest wins, quote unquote, wins. Okay, and it's my F. That's perfect. Okay. Then we are going to intimidate. We select the target. Begins. The screaming antelope begins to stomp and snort excitedly. A gurgle moan sounds from its undermouth. Turn to face the target and roll 1d10. On a 4+, the target suffers 1 brain damage per monster level and is knocked down. Okay? You are knocked down, Maya. In addition, if the target is insane, they suffer knockback 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, let me just move that. Yep, and you are knocked. And you also take a brain damage. You're no longer insane. Okay? So now we'll activate Kael'thas, and we're going to look at the hit location. We have 3. Okay. All right, so this one's pretty much safe. This one's safe if I wound, and in general, it's probably fine. This one could be a little annoying, because it will basic attack me. But I can probably take a basic attack, I think. Oops, that's not what I wanted. So actually, I don't think it matters, because I don't, like, I think it's fine. So I'm going to take a loon here. Although... I could try and do the pounce. I'm just gonna take a loon into it. Right. +1 speed, +1 strength. Oh, it does give me accuracy. The accuracy is not bad. Okay, so I was right here. So what would this look like? It'd be a dash to here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then a pounce. Okay, I'll do that. I'll do a dash to there and then a pounce, and that'll spend 1 survival. 3. Okay, and so this is gonna. Whoa. Well, there's gonna be a lot of dice. It's gonna be 5 dice. So we have the guitars, and they are paired. So I'm adding my speed. So that's 2 plus my set bonus. Let me set these down so I can mouse around. Plus my set bonus, which has +1 speed. So it's 2 and 2 and 1 is 5. So it's going to be 5 at strength 3, 4, 5, 6, because I pounced. So it's 5 needing 6s. Okay. And that is only 2 hits. 5 needing 6s. Oh. Yeah, for my +1 accuracy. Oh, I have another accuracy. Okay, so it's sorry. So it's 7s -1 to 6 -1 to 5. So it's gonna be 3 hits. So I take my 3 hits here. And oh my gosh, I've seen these hits before. So I do have essentially 6 strength, right? 2 or 3 plus the 2 is 5 plus 1 more is 6. So it's 6 strength and they are deadly. So I'm critting on 9s. So 6 strength, critting on 9s. Let's start with this one. Okay, that is enough. That's going to be 1 damage. I'll put that back. Next, we'll do this. And that is enough. It's going to be 1 damage. And here we want a 9. 9 would be great. I mean, actually, I don't think it, I mean, it's cool, but it doesn't actually crit. This is a rough lesson to learn. So I'm glad we're doing it. But it doesn't actually crit because there is no crit thing here. And since there's no critical wound that can be caused, you can't stop the reflex. So it still does damage, but alas, we still do get attacked. So the antelope faces me, and it's going to be 2 on 2 accuracy. That is, we're going to reroll that. That is 2 hits. Now on 2 hit location, it's going to be chest and waist. Okay, that's going to go down to, well, 32. It's going to go down to 32. We're very good at this game. Body and waist. Okay. And that was Ilun and Kael'thas. Kael'thas is also actually going to spend 1 survival to encourage. Let's see if he retains it. He does not, so he's down to 3. Whoa. 5. He's down to, no, 43. And that's going to be to stand up Maev. And Magni is going to attack with the catgut bow. Going to be hitting on 5s. 2 hits. Okay, we'll start with the furry tail first. 4, 5, 6, 7. That's not enough. And we'll the beast's inner thigh. 5 plus 3 is 8. That is enough, and this does have a wound reaction. Your attack disables the monster's powerful running muscles. The screaming antelope gains -1 movement token, so that's really good. And it does a damage. Okay, and we'll come over here, grab our movement token. Oh, okay, got it. And the antelope has -1 movement. Okay, great. Let's move some of these things out of the way. And now Maev is going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Get right up in the monster's face and use the Rawhide Headband to reveal the top 2 AI cards and put them back in any order. Furthest threatened field of view in range. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so it would be Magni. That's fine. I'd rather it not, although it's going to collide. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so I could only collide. Or there no okay, now. Alright, so let's just take our time. We got nowhere to go. Showdown is one of one of the cards that makes this encounter. And what it essentially does is that you can ignore the first kind of bullet, because that's like the if this main trigger doesn't happen, then it's the else essentially. But normally it will full move the antelope to the closest acanthus plant, and if it ends itself adjacent to it or on it, then it consumes it, and you heal 1d5. And so it's crazy. So that's why sometimes you will end up spending a lot of time kind of trying to pick some of the acanthus away. And then it recycles itself and it goes back on the AI deck. So that's useful because that means you have a chance at swinging and getting it out of there if you can deal some damage. But this is a card that you definitely want to account for and try and control. And when there's nothing on the board, then it just does the basic action. So we're going to send this down because we want to encounter that next time. And Great Kick is a little annoying, but it's fine. And with that, we will have, we're done. Now it's the monster's turn, and it will draw Great Kick. And so it's gonna target the furthest survivor in field of view and range. And since Kael'thas is out of range, that's gonna be Magni. And so we are going to go 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, and it puts it. If the target is adjacent, yep, it puts it in the blind spot. Elune is going to get collision to the chest, to the body, even. I could call it by its right name, I guess, if I wanted. To the body. And then let me just look up the collision rules real quick. I know I always do this, but it's because I always forget. But I think it does a knockback 5 and knocks you down. But this will be the last time I look it up. And everybody can make fun of me next time if I forget again. And it's right here. Collision. When a survivor suffers collision, they are knocked down. And when it moves through and yep, the monitor ends, it's the collide and oh, okay. Alright, so I suffer collision, but I'm just knocked down because it's not gonna end itself on my space. Okay, this is fine. Yep. If this monster ends the movement on this survivor, they collide. Collide is different than collision. Okay, so I'm just knocked down, and I take the 1 damage. Okay. But the Antelope is performing the Great Kick on Magni, and this could hurt a little bit. It is a speed 4 attack, so this could be bad. Wow, okay, and it hits all 4. Alright, this is bad. I submit that this is bad. Okay, so I've kind of I'm this far into it, so I think I'm just going to accept that I should have after the target was declared, I should have used dash during this flow right here. These little symbols are flows, and I could have just run away. And if I had done that, I would have avoided the whole attack. But oh man, I hope this doesn't kill him. Do I want to run away? Because it would pick the survivor, and then during this flow, I would just bolt. And then it would attempt to move all the way to me, but it wouldn't make it, and that would just end its attack. That could be a learning experience, right? We could be learning. That could be a teaching moment for everybody. I suppose it could also be a teaching moment by me losing a survivor that I really like. And that's how it goes. Okay. All right. Wow. Okay. Uh-oh. Yeah, I think Maggie's about to lose an arm. Okay, so let's see. The head, I don't care about. We can take the head. That goes down to 1. Okay. We're gonna spend a survival, and we're gonna dodge one of the arm hits. And that's gonna only leave 2. So the first one's gonna knock me down. And then the second one is unfortunately going to be a severe injury. But that's what I get. Okay, it's a severe injury on the arms. Let's go. Not a 1 or 2. Come on, Magni, you can do this. I'm sorry. Yeah. Oh, man. Devastating. He had 2 accuracy. Oh, man. I'm sorry, Magni. I really messed that up. Oh, well. Okay, well, he is dead. And it's all our fault. But that's okay. I mean, it's not okay, but it's pretty devastating. But that's all right. We will persist. And that is the monster's turn. So, let's see. now it's our turn. And this is going to be a little harder to do now. Dang, man. This is a teachable moment for everybody. We're all going to remember to use the flows to dodge attacks when possible. All right. Kael'thas is going to actually, let's see. Okay. Kael'thas is going to spend 1 survival, or attempt to spend 1 survival. Whoops. Okay, and does lose it. Man, it keeps like clicking me in. Okay. I think I must have changed my setting or something. I don't like it anymore. 1 survival, we're gonna stand up Elune. Kael'thas is going to use the cat eye circlet. Okay. So this one is fine. It just has an effect, a positive effect for club or shield, which we don't have. Okay. That one's not very great, but I don't think we're gonna not wound. We have a lot of strength. And super dense, don't care about that. So I think we're safe to have Elune kind of cook into the monster here. So I'm just gonna move here. Actually, I don't like being in the blind spot of this monster. I can't pounce because I didn't move in a straight line. So this is gonna be a straight attack at 5 speed. 5 speed. And hitting on 6s. Let's go. It's gonna be 1, 2, 2 hits. Okay. Boop, boop. All right. All right, and we'll do the inverted knee first. Okay, that does wound, but does not crit. And we'll do the pallet. And that actually does crit, because we have deadly on our Katars. And so, the screaming antelope chokes on the blood spilling from its undermouth. The monster gains -1 speed token and archive this card. Well, alright. -1 speed token's pretty good. Pretty good. Okay. There we are. And I deal 1 damage. Did I deal 1 damage already? I don't think I did. Is there only 1 card in here? 1 card. We're doing it. Ah! Don't look at that. Okay. Alright. What's going on here? There you go. Okay. So we're doing pretty good. We are going to pick this up. Shuffle it. Put it back down. And we're going to have Maev use the headband, back kick, and great kick. Okay, so we're going to put great kick here, and we're going to do this. And we're actually going to have Maev move into the blind spot, and we're going to... That's it. Okay. And now the monster will draw its card. And it's back kick. Oh my gosh. And we're in the blind spot. So we're going to get targeted. So even with the -1 speed, I don't think it can have no speed. So I'll look it up later, but I'm pretty sure that's the rule. 3 goes to 5 with our 2 evasion. So it needs a 5. And it does hit. That's an 8. And it's going to hit the body for 3 damage. And I'm going to spend a survival to dodge that. Let's see if I retain it. I do. Okay. So back kick is resolved. It's going to be Kael'thas' turn. And I'm going to use the cat eye circlet to look at the top 3 hit locations. Alright. And so now we have to do something different. And we're going to attempt to fish that out using Maev. So Maev is going to swing twice. Twice with the Founding Stone, hitting on 6s. It's going to be one hit. Oh my gosh, the trap. No. Oh, wait. Yeah, I didn't. I knew the trap triggers everything adjacently, but I did not do it. So that's fine. Okay, so the wailing slide. The screaming antelope panics, its undermouth unleashing an inhuman wail. It bucks wildly and leaps into the air. The attacker is doomed. All survivors adjacent to the monster suffer 2 brain damage per monster level, knockback 5, and are knocked down. The survivor lands on its belly and begins to slide on its teeth. Ugh, that sounds awful to me. Turn the monster directly away from the attacker and full move forward in a straight line. On collision, non-death survivors gain 1 random disorder in addition to normal collision rules. Okay, so let's clean up our workspace here a little bit. Get that out of there. Get these guys up there. I'm going to get, here it is. Knockback 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we are. Knockback 1, 2, 3, 4. Collision. I guess this is collision. So, dang. I really bungled this one. I think we're each gonna get a random disorder. Oh no, I guess that's on collision with the antelope. Okay, alright. Woo! Okay, that makes more sense. That you would gain an order. Yeah, okay. I don't think that we suffer collision between ourselves. But if you think I'm wrong, you should tell me. Um, and we'll go from there. Alright, but we are both knocked down, and that's a little unfortunate. And finally, it full moves in a straight line. Then I think when it gets to the end, we have to choose whether it's going to go up or down. So I'm going to say that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. And now we take this, we flip it, shuffle it, put it there, shuffle it, shuffle it. Okay. All right, Kael'thas is going to spend 1 survival and attempt to stand up Maev. And he does so, but does not keep the survival. So this is going to go down to 1. Maev is going to spend 1 survival to stand up Elune. And keeps it. Excellent. Okay. Kael'thas is going to use the Cat Eye Circlet. Let's see what we got here. Okay. The Restless Chest. Full move in a straight line. That's on wound. So Restless Chest is really bad. Okay. These do all have critical reflexes, so not terrible. I might be able to avoid some of them, but this Restless Chest is pretty unfortunate because I don't know that I can... Wait, actually, I want Restless Chest down. I don't know that I can get around it. Okay. So, this is Kael'thas, so let's move here. And I'm going to take Elune here. And I'm going to swing on 5, hitting on 6s. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Oh my gosh, we know what these 3 are. All right, let's do. Let's do the restless flank first. That seems the least likely to do anything bad. Like turning to faces is kind of fine, I think. Okay. A 5 that does wound, so that's 1 damage. Let's do the gnarled horns because I think I'm gonna wound. Oh wow, and maybe I don't. Okay, so let's take a look here because I'm on 3, 5, 5. I didn't pounce, so just 3, 5. Yeah, that's not enough. 3, 5, and then I rolled what? 6, 7. 6, 7 is not 8. So on failure, if the attacker is adjacent to the monster, I am. Their weapon is stuck. Tugging frantically, it comes loose, but you stumble and suffer knockback 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Well, there we have it. Kael'thas is done. Maiev is going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Get as close as possible. Use the headband to look at the top 2 and figure out which one we're going to deal with. Okay. Alright. So run down, full move in the direction the monster is facing, and turn to face the closest survivor. Um, Closest survivor in range, 12. Move twice and attack. Okay, well I think I probably want rundown because when the monster is up against a board edge and it starts a movement, you get to choose the direction. So I can send it down. So I think we'll do rundown. So we'll draw it and we're going to full move the direction the monster is facing and turn to close to the face of the survivor. Okay, so it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we're going to turn. And now we're going to pick a target and it's going to be, whoops. We're going to pick a target. There are no knockdown survivors, so it's the closest survivor, which is Maiev. In range 12, which she is. And so it is going to move twice. So let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. And it's 1 speed on 4s from Maev's to evasion. That does hit. And it's going to go to the legs. And Maev will take that. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So I could dash and get in. Okay. Kael'thas is gonna activate. Use the cat eye circlet. Oh, and there's the trap again. Okay. Well, that's good to know. So we're gonna take these and put them back. And then we're gonna take the trap. Put that on top. I guess I know it's on top. We're gonna take Maiev and swing. We're gonna come here. Swing twice into the rear on 6s. Miss. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Alrighty. Alright, I'm gonna come here. And I'm gonna try and draw the Acanthus out. And I'm gonna take 1 damage to the arms. Pretty sure. What did I roll? 2? Right? Yeah, 2. Okay. That is 1 damage to the arms. But I do archive this. Alright. And now we know that this is it's not run down, it's the other one that we saw last time. It's a random survivor in range. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, Kel'Thas is in range. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, Elun's not in range. So it's between Maiev and Kel'Thas. Kel'Thas does win, quote unquote. So the screaming antelope begins to stomp and snort excitedly, a gurgled moan from its undermouth. Turn to face the target. Roll on a 4-up. Target is knocked down and suffers 1 brain damage per monster level. Okay. Well, I am no longer insane because it just knocked me out of insanity. Alrighty. This is going to get picked up, flipped around, shuffled. Alright. Maiev is going to attempt to swing in the blind spot. 2 hits. It is going to be Wailing Slide. And this, so we do have to resolve the trap. The attacker is doomed. Adjacent survivors suffer 2 brain damage per monster level and are knocked back 5 and knocked down. So I do go to 0. I come here. And then it is going to turn them directly away. Oh! Oh no! I didn't think about this. This is awful. Okay. It's going to be here, and that's actually going to cause me to have to get... Oh man, okay. That's unfortunate. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll talk about this in a second. Yeah, okay. And turn the monster directly away from the attacker. Okay, yeah. So, Maiev got knocked back, suffered the brain damage, was knocked down, but then it turns... Oh wait, no, it turns away from the attacker. Yeah, okay, hold on. I'm sorry. Don't listen to me. What am I doing? I'm just a silly goose. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and he was in range. Okay, so he turns away from the attacker, which in this case was Maiev, and she's right here. For some reason, I thought the attacker was Kael'thas because I was still kind of like, oh, the intimidation target from last turn. Don't pay attention to me. Full move in a straight line. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, but you are knocked down, Maiev. And now it is Elun's turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And how much survival do you have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We need to start getting in and trying to close this fight out. All right. Put that there. Put that up. Put that there. Pull the whole thing. Okay. And it'll be the monster's turn. Closest threat in range. Okay, that's Kael'thas. Turn the monster so it's in the blind spot. Oop. Okay. It's a speed 1 attack. So it's going to hit on 3s, I think. Oh, actually 4s, because I have the set. So 4s. And it misses. That's perfect. All right. And Maiev will stand up. I'm actually just going to say that I move here so that I can do my pounce. If I had maybe been paying a little bit more attention, I would have come up with that naturally. From here, I'm going to use... Wow! Wailing Slide again. Jeez, Ooskies. Alright. Okay, dang. Alright. Hmm. Huh. All right. Tough skis. I'm gonna dash with my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2. See if I can retain that dash. Nope. Okay. And I'm gonna attack on sevens. One hit. Oh my gosh, it's a wailing slide. All right. The attacker's doom suffers 2 brain damage. Okay. And per monster level. And the monster knockback 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Turn the face away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 even. All right. Let's pick this up. Put that there. I just want to make sure that, okay, yeah, that the whole deck is, I'm not just like shuffling a very small stack of the of the trap on top. I feel like that happens sometimes, actually. Okay, so stomp and snort. Yeah, this is all right. Closest survivor in range: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Not in range: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Not in range. There are no survivors in range, so it's going to graze. Okay. All right, it's going to move to the Acanthus, archive it, and heal 1 wound. And I just want to read the exact nomenclature on heal. Let's see. Return without looking at them. Turn X AI cards from the wound stack to the bottom of the AI deck. Okay, that's what I thought. Okay. All right. So I'm going to just shuffle these. I'm going to take 1 card. Whoop. Okay. Well, I just messed it up. So I'm going to shuffle these. I'm going to take 1 card. I'm going to pick this up. Put that on top. I'm going to pick the whole thing up. And there it is. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Okay, so I'm just gonna put myself in the spot where I dash and get in the blinds. Well, actually, hold on. Before I do that, I'm gonna look at the hit locations. Okay, just 3 safe ones. That's good. Put them there. I'm gonna dash and get here using a pounce. So I'm gonna be hitting on 5s with 7, 6, 5. 5s, 4s. Yeah. 7, 6. Wait, yeah. 7, 6, blind spot, 5, 1 accuracy, 4s. Yep. Okay. 4s. 1, 2, 3, 4. Please no trap. Please no trap. Please no trap. All right. Okay. Okay, now we do have to do this in a pretty correct order. So let's start by, we'll do the Restless Back first. Okay, an 8 is great. It's not a crit, but it is a wound. We'll do the Restless Inner Thigh. That's a wound. So I have +2 strength. I have a lot of strength right now. So hold on, let me just. Okay. Yep, that is a wound. Yeah, because I'm on 7, or I'm on 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, so anything but, yeah, anything but a 1 does it. Alright, restless hoof, we're gonna do just no 1, 3, that does it. And so we're gonna take and flip this. I don't, is it 1 card? It's 2 cards, okay. So I do have to do it this way. Put that there, and now we're gonna do the ferocious spasm. That is still a wound, and there's only 1 card here. Yep. Okay. And now it is going to do this. Perform the basic action. It's only going to be 1 attack because it does have -1 speed. So, and it misses. Great. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. It's all good things. That's how I was kind of anticipating more of our turns going. So I guess what I'm learning is that it's definitely worth it to just spend the dash and set up the pounce completely. Especially after scouting and getting a clean look with Kael'thas. Okay, Maev, can you get in? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh my gosh. From downtown, from the top rope, Maev comes screaming in. 1 dice, retains the survival. 2, in the rear, hitting on 6s. Can she do it? 1 hit. Let's see. The furry tail. It's even thematic. Let's go. I think she needs like a 7. Needing a 7 to close it out. Ah. Oh well. That would have been pretty cool. Alrighty, so it is gonna do okay, so if there's there's no knockdown survivors. So what's it gonna do? It's gonna attempt to get to the acanthus. 3, 4. And that's 4 movement. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's still 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so it's 4 movement all the way around. I don't have to go over my own person. And so it does. So it's because it has no target, it's going to graze, and graze means that it moves to the closest acanthus. You archive it and you heal 1. So this comes here. All right. 1, 2. Okay, and now Kael'thas is going to scout the hit location deck. It's clear. So Maev is going to move. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. Is that good? I think that's good. Yeah. Actually, I probably don't want to. Yeah. I'm just going to move to here because I really don't want to, like, probably deal that much damage. Eh. Okay. Well, I could do it without being in the blind spot. Okay, I think I'll do that. Okay. So then I am going to actually do this. And oh, not there. I'm sorry. This has been a long little segment. Sorry, folks. We are going to 0. A little dangerous. Well, we're swinging 5 times. Hitting on 7, 6, 5. Oh boy. I had to do it. I had to do it. 5. Oh, we're safe. Okay. All right. So what's the best thing we can do here? Okay, probably not that. These are safe. Okay, so these are all safe. This one gives me a resource. So we're going to start with this one. So, resource. Nope. But I do deal damage. And let's do... I'll do this one actually, because I can get a resource if I crit. But if I wound, then it doesn't matter, because that kills the antelope as well. Huh. Well, I don't wound or crit. That's the only one that would have done that. That's fine. All right. Well, we can run that back again with the Restless Chest. It's the same thing. Okay. All right. Well, that does wound. Um, and again, because I'm on 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And that takes the antelope down. And we have bested the antelope. And my own complacency and nonsense did cost us Magni, which is kind of devastating. I feel really bad about it, but let that be a lesson to you. Not like, well, yeah, I guess you guys personally, all you listening and watching, to you gotta stay locked in the whole time. Otherwise, some of your favorite survivors with +2 accuracy could die. But before we go on with that, let's get our hunt experience going here. And this. And oh, well, I would have said Qatar, so I'm just gonna say it. Sorry, I should have done that beforehand, but I didn't. But clearly it was Qatar. All right, let's see. So we did lose somebody on the hunt. So we're gonna come back with 5, and then we're gonna get 6 because of our population. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yoink. I'm just kind of getting these ready. Do 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 do. And oh, let's actually draw our resources too. This is the most important part. This is the best part. Screaming antelope. Aftermath. Okay. First time the screaming antelope is defeated, gain the stone circle settlement location. When the monster is defeated, any non-deaf survivors with 20 plus insanity are driven mad by its screaming death wail. They vanish into the darkness, never to be seen again. Okay. Well, 4 basic and 4 screaming antelope resources. Don't mind if I do. Screaming antelope resources. Give them a shuffle. We'll grab 4. The pelt, the shank bone, the large flat tooth. This is nice. This makes a pretty good Qatar. So, survivor of your choice gains +1 insanity. We all could use some insanity. We're all a little low. Alright, and then 4 basic resources. Monster bone, hide, and perfect bone. Very interesting. Okay. And we also get the stone circle. So I'll probably have to reorganize things a little bit. We need this. So that might be a problem for future guru. But maybe future guru can do it right now. Okay. Alright. Okay. Well, I think that went pretty well, minus the death, obviously. That's always not what you're looking for. But, these things happen. And it's just kind of a reminder that we have to really pay attention. So that's going to bring us into the settlement phase for Lantern Year 8, and we will be doing that in the next video. So thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and I'm really enjoying doing this campaign. We're getting kind of into it here. We're doing it. We're working through. We're still alive. I'm very happy with how everything's going. So I'm going to be continuing this just as far as we can. And I hope you have a great night. I am the Dungeon Guru, and stay safe down there.